All right, so get this. 2025
Yeah.
is looking like it's going to be the year of AI. At least that's what some of the biggest names in tech are saying.
Right.
We've got, well, Elon Musk
Of
is
course.
making some really bold predictions
Yeah.
about the future of Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Zuckerberg's putting a lot of faith in AI assistants.
Interesting.
Then you've got Satya Nadella over at
Oh.
Microsoft
Uh-huh.
talking about AI taking over the business world,
Yeah.
like completely.
Wow.
So think flying cars are still a ways off. Well, think again.
Yeah.
At least when it comes to data and algorithms.
Yeah. What I find really interesting here is that these CEOs, they're not just, throwing around buzzwords.
All right.
They're backing their claims up
Yeah.
with huge investments and actual plans. We're talking billions of dollars
Wow.
pouring into AI research, development, infrastructure, the whole 9 yards.
Okay, so let's break down these predictions a little bit.
Yeah.
What is it about 2025 that makes it such a big year?
Well, each CEO kind of has their own vision, right? But there's this common thread that they all see. 2025, that's when AI moves from just being this theoretical possibility to actually having a real world impact. So Musk, for example, thinks 2025 is going to be the biggest year for Tesla AI, period. Even bigger than launching some of their most iconic models.
Hold on, you mean bigger than the Model S?
Yeah.
The car that basically kickstarted the whole EV revolution?
That's what he's saying.
That's a pretty bold claim. What's got him so convinced?
Well, he's really putting his money where his mouth is on two main technologies: full self-driving, or FSD, and Optimus, which is the humanoid robot.
Right.
Musk really believes these two innovations, they're the key to transforming Tesla.
Right.
From just a car company to something way more powerful, way more valuable.
We're talking about that trillion-dollar robot future, right?
Exactly.
The one he keeps hinting at. But how does he see this actually happening? Is it all hype, or is there some real substance behind it?
Okay, so let's start with FSD, right? Musk argues that once FSD is fully, realized, it'll increase a car's utility 5 times. So imagine your car drives you to work, then it picks up your groceries, maybe delivers some packages, even does ride sharing while you're doing other things. It's like your car becomes this money-making machine even when you're not driving it.
Okay, I could see how that would disrupt the whole transportation industry.
Yeah.
But $1 trillion valuation? I don't know. That seems like a bit of a stretch.
Right.
Even for a company as innovative as Tesla.
That's where Optimus comes in.
Right.
Musk pictures a future where there are millions of these humanoid robots doing jobs that are too dangerous for us or too repetitive or just impossible for humans to do. We're talking everything: manufacturing, construction, elder care, even household chores, you name it.
Millions of robots. That's not just automation. That's a complete workforce transformation.
Exactly.
Let's be real, though. Musk is kind of known for setting ambitious timelines that don't always pan out, right?
Yeah.
Remember when he promised fully autonomous driving, coast to coast, by 2018?
Yeah.
Didn't quite happen, did it?
Yeah, you're right. There's reason to be skeptical. However, Musk is insistent that this time it's different. He compares FSD's development to a kid growing up, right?
Okay.
He's saying people who haven't experienced it recently, they're judging it based on its toddler phase.
So FSD's graduated from sippy cups to solid food now.
Exactly.
What's making him so confident about its progress?
Well, he points to the fact that there are thousands of Teslas already operating autonomously at their factories. They're driving around from the end of the production line to designated parking spots, all without any human intervention.
Wait, so these cars are navigating a complex environment totally on their own?
That's right.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah. But how does that translate to the real world, with pedestrians and cyclists and crazy traffic patterns?
That's the million-dollar question, and Musk's answer is data basics.
The data advantage.
Exactly.
We hear so much about how data is the new oil.
Right.
How is Tesla actually using it to make FSD a reality?
So every Tesla out there is equipped with all these cameras and sensors, and they're constantly gathering information about the world around them, right? All that data gets sent back to Tesla.
Okay.
Where it's used to train and refine their AI algorithms, including the ones that power FSD.
So it's one giant real-world AI training ground.
You got it.
The more Teslas on the road, the more data they collect, the smarter the AI gets.
Exactly. And Musk thinks that this constant feedback loop, that's what will ultimately give Tesla the edge in
Interest.
this race to achieve full autonomy.
Okay, I'm starting to see how it all fits together. But let's shift gears for a minute and talk about Optimus. Building a humanoid robot
Yeah.
that can do all these different tasks, I mean, that sounds incredibly complex.
It is.
Where does Tesla even begin with something like that?
Even Musk admits it's a challenge unlike anything they've ever done before. He says it's like they're building the train, the tracks, and the station.
Wow.
All at the same time.
That's a pretty good analogy.
Right. They're not just creating a new product. They're basically inventing a whole new category of technology.
So how are they approaching this massive task? Are they just like throwing money at the problem, or is there a more like strategic approach?
So their internal plans are to produce something like 10,000 Optimus robots this year.
This year?
This year.
That's a lot of robots.
It's a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
Like, it requires building an entirely new supply chain, the technology, everything.
Wow.
Now, Musk does say they might not hit that exact number by the end of the year.
Yeah.
But he's confident they can build at least a few thousand.
That's still a lot. And what about like the functionality? Will these first generation Optimus robots be ready to, hit the ground running? Or is it going to be more of a like gradual rollout of capabilities?
It seems like Musk thinks they'll be ready to go.
Really?
Yeah, he believes these robots will be doing useful things, especially in the Tesla factories, by the end of this year.
So working alongside human employees.
Exactly.
I mean, that raises a whole bunch of questions about safety and training.
Of course.
And what happens to people's jobs.
Absolutely. And those are definitely questions we need to think about as this technology keeps developing. But for now, let's stick to the technical side of things.
Okay.
To build a robot that can do even simple things like folding laundry or picking up stuff requires a ton of precision, dexterity, and AI.
And Musk has said that Optimus will have like the most advanced robotic hand ever created, right?
Yeah.
It'll be able to play piano and thread a needle.
That's what he's saying.
Those are some pretty high expectations.
Yeah, they are. And it really shows just how ambitious this project is. But it also makes you wonder, is Musk being a little too optimistic?
Right.
Or is he onto something truly revolutionary?
Well, only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this race to build a really capable and versatile humanoid robot, it's heating up.
It is.
And Tesla's just one player in this rapidly evolving field.
Right, and even though Musk might be like the loudest voice talking about this robot-filled future, he's not the only one making big bets on AI. Remember Zuckerberg's vision of personalized AI assistants?
Oh, right.
The ones that are going to be a part of our everyday lives.
Yeah, he predicted his Meta AI assistant would reach over 1 billion people in 2025. That's a lot of people interacting with AI every day.
It is. And Zuckerberg doesn't think these AI assistants will just be like digital helpers.
Really?
He sees them as personalized companions that can understand our needs, our preferences, even our emotions.
So it's like having a super smart best friend who's always there to help you out.
In a way, yeah. Zuckerberg's betting that people are going to want their AI assistants to be like extensions of themselves.
Interesting.
Reflecting their individual, context, interests, values, all of that.
That's a fascinating concept, but it also raises questions about privacy and data security, right?
Of course.
If these AI assistants are going to be so deeply integrated into our lives, how can we make sure our personal information stays protected?
That's a crucial thing to consider,
Yeah.
and something we'll definitely need to address as this technology keeps evolving. But for now, let's focus on the potential upsides.
Okay.
Zuckerberg thinks personalized AI assistants can help us live more fulfilling and productive lives, freeing us up from those mundane tasks so we can concentrate on the things that really matter.
Okay, so we've got robots, self-driving cars, personalized AI assistants.
Yeah.
What other AI-powered innovations can we expect to see in 2025 and beyond?
Well, one area that's ripe for disruption is healthcare. AI is already being used to diagnose diseases earlier and more accurately, to develop new treatments, and to personalize patient care.
So AI could help us live longer, healthier lives.
That's the idea.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
But how exactly is AI being used to, transform healthcare?
For starters, AI algorithms can analyze huge amounts of medical data,
Okay.
and they can spot patterns and insights that human doctors might miss.
Wow.
This can lead to earlier, more accurate diagnoses, potentially saving lives and improving treatment outcomes.
That's incredible. So AI is like a super-powered medical detective.
You could say that, but it's also a lot more than that. AI can also help develop personalized treatment plans, taking into account a patient's genes, lifestyle, medical history, all that.
So no more one-size-fits-all medicine.
I did
That's
say
a huge step forward.
it is. And it's just one example of how AI is revolutionizing healthcare.
Wow.
From drug discovery to robotic surgery, AI is poised to change everything in medicine.
Okay, so we've got AI doctors, AI assistants, AI robots. Is there anything AI can't do?
Well, there are definitely limits to what AI can achieve. For example, AI systems still aren't very good at understanding human emotions or navigating those complex social situations.
So no robot therapists or AI diplomats just yet?
Not quite, but those are areas where research is moving really fast. And as AI systems get more sophisticated, they'll probably play a bigger and bigger role in our lives.
Well, this AI-powered future, it's both exciting and a little bit scary.
Yeah, I agree.
On the one hand, we have this potential to solve some of the world's biggest problems and create a more prosperous and equitable society.
Definitely.
But on the other hand, we got to be aware of the potential risks,
Right.
like job displacement, algorithmic bias, data privacy, and the ethical implications of creating machines that can think and act like humans.
All important things to consider.
So it's not just about like blindly embracing the future. It's about actively shaping it in a way that benefits all of humanity.
Absolutely. And that's going to take collaboration,
Yeah.
open dialogue, and a willingness to really grapple with these complex ethical and societal implications of this powerful technology.
Well said. But before we get too deep into the philosophical stuff,
Yeah.
let's bring it back to 2025.
Okay.
What are some key milestones we should be watching for as this pivotal year unfolds?
Well, first off, keep an eye on FSD's progress.
Okay.
Will Tesla really launch unsupervised FSD in Austin by June?
Right.
And if so, what will that mean for the future of autonomous driving?
So driverless Teslas cruising around Austin.
Potentially, yeah.
That's definitely something to watch for.
And what about Optimus? Will those first-generation robots be doing useful things by the end of the year?
Right.
And how will the public react to the idea of humanoid robots working alongside humans?
Yeah, I can already picture the headlines. Robots are taking our jobs.
Exactly. And it's not just jobs we need to think about.
Sure.
What about social interactions, human relationships, even our sense of identity?
Wow, this is getting pretty deep. But I guess that's what we do here at the Deep Dive, right?
Right.
We dive into the complicated issues, look at different perspectives, try to make sense of this rapidly changing world.
Exactly.
And speaking of making sense of things, let's not forget about Meta AI.
Right.
Will Zuckerberg's AI assistant really reach over 1 billion people?
That's the goal.
And will it live up to its promise of being a truly personalized and helpful tool?
Time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the race is on. To build the most advanced and engaging AI assistant out there.
Yeah.
The stakes are high. Whoever wins this race, they're going to have a lot of influence over how we interact with technology information, even with each other.
Okay, so we've got driverless cars, humanoid robots, personalized AI assistants. Because it sounds like 2025 is going to be pretty wild.
It will, yeah.
We'll be right here.
Absolutely.
Covering it every step of the way.
You got it.
Exploring the latest developments, analyzing the trends, and helping you all make sense of this AI-powered future.
That's what we do.
Well, deep divers, looks like we've reached the end of our AI journey for today. But don't worry, this is just the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah, just the start.
We'll be back next week with another deep dive into the world of technology, innovation,
Right.
and the future that's being created right now.
Absolutely.
Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So Microsoft, they're taking a slightly different approach, you see.
Okay.
They're investing heavily in data centers too, but their focus is more on making AI accessible
Okay.
and practical, especially for businesses.
Right.
Nadella, he believes 2025, that's the year, we'll see a huge shift from these like AI proof of concepts to companies actually using it on a large scale.
Gotcha. So instead of just talking about what AI could do, companies will actually start using it
Exactly.
to solve real problems and, get ahead of the competition.
Exactly. Nadella sees AI as the key to like unlocking new levels of productivity and efficiency and innovation across, all sorts of industries.
Okay, so we've got Tesla betting on robots and self-driving cars, Meta building this massive AI brain, and Microsoft focusing on bringing AI to the business world.
It's going to be an interesting year.
It sounds like 2025 is going to be a pretty important year for the whole AI landscape.
Definitely.
But let's circle back to Musk's vision for a sec.
Sure.
He's made some pretty bold claims about what FSD can do and by when.
Oh, he has.
For sure.
Musk is totally convinced that FSD is getting significantly better all the time. He's even comparing its progress, remember, to a child growing up.
Right.
He says anyone who hasn't tried it out recently is judging it based on its earlier, less capable stages.
So no more toddler tantrums for FSD.
Exactly.
Haha. What's got Musk so sure that FSD is, ready for the big leagues?
Well, he keeps pointing to the fact that thousands of Teslas are already driving around autonomously at their factories. And they're doing it well, navigating a complex environment with zero human help. Plus, Musk says that by June 2025, they're going to launch unsupervised FSD in Austin, Texas.
Wait, unsupervised, you mean no driver at all?
No driver, that's the plan.
That's a huge jump.
It is.
But is it realistic? And what about all the regulations and public perception? Are people really ready to share the road with driverless cars?
Those are all valid points, and we'll have to see if Musk can actually pull it off.
Yeah.
But if he does, it could completely change the car industry.
How so?
Imagine a world where owning a car becomes less about getting around and more about owning something that can actually make you money.
Okay.
Even while you're sleeping.
Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal.
Right.
But let's not forget about Optimus.
Oh, of course.
Building a humanoid robot that could do all sorts of things. Playing piano, working on assembly lines.
Yeah.
That's a massive undertaking.
It is, and Musk is clearly loving the challenge. He said that building Optimus is like designing the train, the tracks, and the station all at once.
Wow. Yeah, we talked about that.
They're not just creating a product, they're creating a whole new type of technology.
So how are they tackling something this huge? Are they just, throwing money at the problem? Or is there a more, strategic way they're going about it?
Well, their internal plans are calling for producing around 10,000 Optimus robots.
10,000?
This year.
This year?
Which is massive. Requires building a whole new supply chain, new technology, everything.
Wow.
Musk admits they might not hit that exact number by the end of the year.
Okay.
But he's confident they can build at least a few thousand.
That's still incredible.
It is.
And what about, how well they'll work?
Right.
Will these first Optimus robots be able to, do their jobs right away?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be a slower process of adding capabilities?
Musk seems to think they'll be ready to go right out of the gate. He believes they'll be doing useful things, especially in the Tesla factories, by the end of this year.
So, working alongside human employees.
Working together, yeah.
I mean, that brings up all these questions about safety, training, and what happens to people's jobs.
It does, and those are all things we need to discuss as this technology keeps moving forward.
For sure.
But for now, let's focus on the technical side.
Okay.
Even building a robot that can do basic things like folding laundry or picking things up, that takes a ton of precision, dexterity, and AI.
And Musk has said that Optimus is going to have the most advanced robotic hand
Ever created.
Yeah.
It'll be able to play piano, thread a needle.
I know. It's pretty amazing.
It is.
Those are some high expectations.
They are, and it really highlights just how ambitious this whole project is.
Yeah.
But it also makes you wonder, is Musk being overly optimistic?
Right.
Or is this something truly groundbreaking?
Well, only time will tell.
Right.
But one thing's for sure, this race to build a truly capable humanoid robot is heating up.
It is.
And Tesla is just one player in this rapidly evolving field.
That's right. And while Musk may be the most vocal
Yeah.
about this future with robots everywhere, he's not the only one placing big bets on AI.
Right.
Remember Zuckerberg's vision of these personalized AI assistants?
Oh, right.
The ones that are going to be a part of our everyday lives.
He predicted that his Meta AI assistant
Yeah.
would reach over 1 billion people.
That's a lot of people.
By 2025,
Yeah.
That's a ton of people interacting with AI every day.
It is. And Zuckerberg doesn't see these AI assistants as just digital helpers.
Really. What does he see them as?
He sees them as personalized companions
Yeah.
that can understand our needs, our preferences, even our emotions.
So like having a super smart best friend who's always there to help.
Basically, yeah.
Wow.
Zuckerberg thinks people will want their AI assistants to be like extensions of themselves,
Yeah.
reflect in their individual, their own personal context, interests, values, all that.
That's a pretty fascinating concept.
It is.
But it also raises questions about privacy and data security.
For sure.
If these AI assistants are going to be such a big part of our lives,
Yeah.
how can we be sure our personal information is protected?
It's a crucial question.
Yeah.
And one we'll need to figure out as this technology develops.
Right.
But for now, let's focus on the potential benefits.
Okay.
Zuckerberg believes personalized AI assistants can actually help us live more fulfilling, more productive lives by taking care of those mundane tasks and freeing us up to focus on the things that really matter.
So we've got robots, self-driving cars, personalized AI assistants. What other AI-powered innovations can we expect to see in 2025 and beyond?
Well, one area that's ripe for change is healthcare.
Oh, healthcare. Okay.
AI is already being used to diagnose diseases earlier and more accurately to develop new treatments and to personalize patient care.
So AI could actually help us live longer, healthier lives.
That's the...
Sign me up. But how exactly is AI being used to transform healthcare?
Well, first of all, AI algorithms can analyze huge amounts of medical data and find patterns and insights that human doctors might miss.
Wow.
And that can lead to earlier, more accurate diagnoses, potentially saving lives and improving how well treatments work.
That's amazing.
It is.
So AI is like a superpowered medical detective?
You could say that.
But it's also more than that, right?
Yeah, AI can also help create personalized treatment plans.
Okay.
Taking into account the patient's genes, their lifestyle, medical history, everything.
So no more one-size-fits-all medicine.
Exactly.
That's a huge improvement.
It is, and that's just one example of how AI is revolutionizing healthcare.
Yeah.
From discovering new drugs to robotic surgery, AI is poised to change everything in medicine.
Okay, so we've got AI doctors, AI assistants, AI robots. Is there anything AI can't do?
Well, there are limits to what AI can achieve.
Okay.
For example, AI systems still aren't great at understanding human emotions. Right.
Or dealing with those complex social situations.
So no robot therapists or AI diplomats yet.
Not quite, but those are areas where research is moving really fast. And as AI systems get more advanced, they'll probably play a much bigger role in our lives.
Well, this AI-powered future, it's exciting and a little scary, right?
Yeah.
On one hand, we have all this potential to solve some of the world's biggest problems.
Absolutely.
And create a better society for everyone.
A more equitable society.
Right. But on the other hand, we got to be aware of the risks.
Absolutely. We can't ignore those.
Like job losses, algorithmic bias, data privacy, and the ethical implications of creating machines that can think and act like humans.
It's a lot to consider.
So it's not about blindly accepting the future. It's about actively shaping it.
Exactly.
In a way that benefits all of us.
That's the goal.
Well said.
Thanks.
But before we get too deep into the philosophical stuff,
yeah.
let's bring it back to 2025.
What are some key things to look out for as this pivotal year unfolds?
Keep an eye on FSD's progress.
Okay.
Will Tesla really launch unsupervised FSD in Austin by June?
Right.
And if they do, what will that mean for the future of driverless cars?
So driverless Teslas on the roads in Austin.
Potentially, yeah.
That's definitely something to watch for.
And what about Optimus?
Yeah.
Will we see those first robots actually doing useful work by the end of the year?
Right.
And how will people react to the idea of humanoid robots working alongside us?
Yeah, I can already imagine the headlines. Robots are taking our jobs.
Exactly. And it's not just jobs we have to think about. What about social interactions, human relationships, even our sense of identity?
Wow, this is getting pretty deep.
It is.
But I guess that's what we do here at the Deep Dive, right?
That's right. We like to dig deep.
We dive into the complex issues, explore different perspectives, try to understand this rapidly changing world.
And help people navigate it.
Exactly.
That's the goal.
And speaking of understanding things,
Yeah.
let's not forget about Meta AI.
Right.
Will Zuckerberg's AI assistant really reach 1 billion people?
That's what he's aiming for.
And will it live up to the hype of being, a truly personalized and useful tool?
It remains to be seen.
Yeah.
But one thing's for sure. The race to build the best AI assistant out there is on,
Absolutely.
and the stakes are high.
For sure.
Whoever wins, they'll have a huge impact on how we interact with technology, information, even each other.
So, driverless cars, humanoid robots, personalized AI assistants, 2025 is going to be a wild ride.
Oh, it definitely will be.
And we'll be here to cover it every step of the way.
That's right. We're not missing this.
Exploring all the latest developments, analyzing the trends, and helping you make sense of this AI-powered future.
That's what we do best.
All right, so we've got these self-driving cars, maybe hitting the streets with no one behind the wheel, robots learning to work with us, and AI assistants becoming our, digital BFFs. 2025 is going to be, straight out of sci-fi.
Yeah, it really feels that way.
Yeah.
But with all this talk about robots and algorithms and stuff, it's easy to forget the bigger picture, you know?
Yeah, right.
Like, what does all this mean for us regular folks just trying to, navigate this crazy world that's changing so fast?
That's the big question, isn't it? We've talked about the good stuff and the bad stuff,
Yeah.
but how will all these AI advancements actually affect our everyday lives?
Well, I think it's important to remember that AI isn't like this big, scary monster that's going to suddenly take over, right?
Yeah.
It's more like a bunch of different technologies that are already woven into our lives in tons of ways.
Give us some examples. How is AI already shaping the world around us?
Well, think about those personalized recommendations you get on Netflix or Spotify.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Those are powered by AI algorithms that are learning what you like and suggesting stuff you might enjoy.
Okay, so AI is picking our movies and music already. What else?
Think about those spam filters that keep all that junk mail out of your inbox.
Oh, yeah, those are lifesavers.
Those are AI too. And the systems that banks and credit card companies use to catch fraud. AI again.
So AI is kind of working behind the scenes
Exactly.
to make our lives easier and safer.
Exactly. And as AI keeps getting better, we can expect to see even more ways it'll improve our daily lives. Like, imagine AI-powered traffic system.
Yeah.
That could help reduce traffic jams and make our commutes shorter.
Now that would be a game changer, especially during rush hour.
Yeah.
But what about those downsides we talked about, jobs disappearing? Are robots really going to take everyone's jobs?
That's definitely a worry a lot of people have, and it's something we need to be aware of. But, new technology has always changed the job market.
Right, like when cars were invented, it put a lot of blacksmiths out of business.
Exactly.
But it created a ton of new jobs in the auto industry.
Exactly. History shows us that new tech leads to new opportunities.
Yeah.
The key is to be flexible
Okay.
and willing to learn new things.
So instead of being scared of AI, we should see it as a chance for progress and new opportunities.
That's the spirit. AI could help us solve some of the world's biggest problems, like climate change, diseases, poverty, inequality, you name it.
Okay, I'm feeling a little more optimistic about this AI-powered future now. But how do we make sure AI is used for good, not for bad stuff?
That's the million-dollar question, right? And there's no easy answer. It takes collaboration, open discussion, and a real effort to think about the ethics of these powerful technologies.
So we need to be having more conversations like this one.
Exactly.
Exploring the pros and cons and making sure that AI is developed and used responsibly and fairly.
Absolutely. The future of AI isn't set in stone, It's something we're all creating together through the choices we make today.
Well said. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive. We've covered a lot, from trillion-dollar robots to the potential of AI to solve some of the world's biggest problems.
It's been a fascinating conversation, and I hope it's given our listeners a lot to think about.
I agree. And remember, the future isn't just something that happens to us, it's something we make. So let's make it a future where AI empowers humanity and creates a more just and sustainable world for everyone. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning.
Great advice.